So this is my computer room. It's about a 10 by 10 foot space. At one time I had everything in here and you could barely move because I have quite a bit of stuff, so it was really tight. But this is my box computer. I haven't done an upgrade yet on this. Still need to do it. Currently it's running 4 gigs and a dual Xeon 2 gigahertz system. This is where I do all my video editing and everything. And it's running Linux, which I absolutely love Linux. Up along the top shelf I've got several systems. I've got my Sega Saturn. There's my Japanese spec Sega Mega or Master System or whatever. Anyhow, I bought that in Japan a long time ago. I've got several Japanese systems. I've got Game Boy Color, Neo Geo Pocket Color. Over here I've got a Dreamcast, and a Intellivision 2, Atari Trackball. There's a Game Boy Pocket. There's my wife when she's 20. She's an absolutely beautiful woman. I've got a bunch of Sega Saturn games up there. An original Polaroid, which is a very cool camera. A whole bunch of cars. I'm really into cars. I really like the old Porsches. I actually bought this guy in Japan at Toys R Us when I first got there. We've got some more stuff back here. Lynx, a Mattel Aquarius. There's the data recorder for the Mattel Aquarius. Some various things. This is what I refer to as the small desk. So certain computers like this Commodore PET fit very nicely here. It's been a couple of weeks since I've posted a video, and a lot of it had to do with this stack of CDs. I've got 100 CDs here that I bought from a friend for $1 a piece, which is what I typically pay for CDs. So I spent a bit of time on that. Up above my PET, I've got one of my nerd posters here. This is a SGI Onyx 2 with the Lotus, and looks like it's running at 80 million polygons per second. You guys tell me, is that good? Go ahead and leave a comment below. I don't really know. In this corner, I've got a bathroom, private bathroom myself, although I use it less than anybody in the house. I've got my lava lamp plugged in. This is my Xbox. Hardly ever play it. We'll get into that in the future. And of course my Atari Jaguar, which I've been doing some game reviews on recently. This is just lots of stuff. So I've got like a stack of magazines, lots of car magazines. I've even got my old Dungeons and Dragons books up on top. I wasn't sure if I had Fiend and Folio or Deities and Demigods, but I actually have both. Inside here, we'll take a quick peek. It's really dark. Lots of boxes in here. Oh, can't see anything, too bad. I'll be pulling stuff out over time and reviewing things. One of them I already covered. That's my ColecoVision Atom. Absolutely huge box, takes up most of the space. Up here, you can see I've got an Atari 1050 disk drive. There's my Commodore 1250 MPS dot matrix printer. This one's really cool because you can use it on a Commodore 64 or an Amiga or even a PC for that matter. Bunch of Amiga 2000, 4000, 3000 keyboards, an IBM keyboard. These things are worth quite a bit of money. That's my Amiga 1200 motherboard up there. I've actually got other Amigas. And then some more stuff, a Commodore 1571. It's just an empty box. I've got the 1571, but not in this box. This one's missing the foam. Oh, there's my Xbox One S box there, and some floppies. But yeah, that's that corner. Over here, there's my Canon camera. I use this one quite a bit for still shots. It's kind of difficult to use. It's a wonderful still shot camera, but probably not the best video camera. But hey, I got what I got, and that's what I use. Got some stuff on the wall over here. Let me know what kind of motherboards you think I've got hanging up here, especially this one here. That's a tricky one, maybe. Got a bunch of Hot Wheels cars. I actually have some Hot Wheels cars from the late 60s and 70s, all the way up to the mid 80s. These are just a bunch of other ones I purchased, things that I aspire to, like the Prius, as you can see. I'm a big, got a Prius. Bunch of other things in here. I think these are 1/32nd scale. But yeah, bunch of little cars. Down here, I've got a bunch of PC software. Here's a Coca-Cola that was given to me probably about 20 years ago. It's probably a little flat now. Got myself a game watch there, bunch of Amiga software. Also have a lot of Commodore 64 software. Let me know if you think you'd like to see some game reviews. As you can see, I've got bunches and bunches of games. These are Japanese spec Sega Mega Drive games down there. Yeah, and that's a barf bag from a flight that I took years and years ago. And it's got some odds and ends in it as well. So that was a quick look at the business end of the studio. You can see I got my Sony TV here. I've used this a lot for shooting, and will continue to do so. Inside the drawers of this desk, I've got loads of space. Lots of things packed away inside there. You'll have to just kind of like subscribe to my channel and view that later as I go through this stuff. It's going to take me quite a while to get through it all. At one time I had this desk as my primary desk in this room. I moved it out. I ended up buying two of these. They're like kind of like IKEA style computer desks. It's kind of wedged in here. I built this desk myself. This one here I purchased for like $40. It was really cheap. I had two of these. I don't really, it's okay, it works. But I had two of them in here and I didn't really like it. There's no storage in it at all. And I wanted to get rid of one, so I'd get my old school desk in here. And I ended up, my son's got a huge 65-inch TV and it doesn't fit on anything. So I took this table, this desk, and I cut it down at the base along here. I just cut the legs off. So I cut probably about a foot off the legs. And then I got some plywood, and I put a piece of plywood along there. And I put some 2x2 boards under that, and to create like kind of like feet underneath it, and built him an entertainment center. I'll probably throw a picture up here so you can see how it turned out. But I was pretty happy with it, and he seemed to be very, very happy with it as well. Also gave him a Yamaha receiver I picked up, as well as a 100 CD disc changer by Pioneer, which was very cool. So kind of got him some old school stuff. Also bought him a bunch of 80s and some 70s music that I tucked away that's in there. Actually, I can see Aerosmith, Beastie Boys, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Guns N' Roses. So I filled out some pretty decent music for him. Billy Idol. He's only 21, but he happens to love 80s music, so that should work well. Oh, here's a picture that my daughter drew for me. And this is kind of her little cartoons things that she makes. I can't bring them to work because she tends to use vulgarities in her comic strips. I don't even know the name of these little characters, but she's been drawing them for a while, and it's really cute, and I love it. So that's a quick look at the studio. Now let's go take a look at my newly built game room. So now I'm entering my 1980s, 1990s themed game room, living room, I guess you could say. Kind of the thing that I would dream of as being the perfect location. Now, it's pretty dark in here, so I don't know how good this video is going to turn out. A bunch of movies that I collected, that I got from my mother. She decided she didn't want the VHS tapes anymore. She gave me boxes of VHS tapes. I probably have 300 of them. I believe this is 100. Yeah, it looks like about 100. Oh, maybe it's 50. I don't know. Something like 100 or 50. You guys count them up. Let me know. And I got some boxed Atari games here. They're in pretty rough shape, but pretty cool stuff, you know. Golf and Combat, Frogger underneath there. This is JVC television. I think I featured this on my channel earlier. And under that, I've got a DVD, VCR combo, my beloved Atari 5200, and I got like one of those At Games Atari VCSs down here. I'll probably throw something else in here. Maybe an Intellivision 2 I thought would fit really nicely in here. And probably a composite-ready Atari VCS for the JVC. But yeah, that is a quick look at the gaming room area. And over here, this is where I store my computers. As you can see, I really focus on Atari and Commodore. I've been buying these things for a long time. I generally got them pretty cheap. I usually focused on getting box systems if I could. The boxes have been around the world, so they're not the best condition, but the computers generally inside of them are in really good shape. So over here I've got some more computers. I got my couple of pets there and some stereo equipment, some more computer stuff down below. That's an Amiga 1000 in the box right there. Here's, I believe this is my 2-port Atari 5200. A bunch of the Atari 2600 game collections. There's an Amiga CD TV, which is a pretty cool thing, and some Ataris. And then that's basically it. There's also some stuff tucked away, hidden behind the couch. I'll show you the ridiculous amount of videos that I've got. These boxes over here, all of these boxes are filled with VHS tapes. There are probably 300 movies in here. I probably couldn't do justice doing a movie review, but it's something I've been thinking about. Like, Sean's movie review. It would be the worst movie review you've ever seen in your life, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. Maybe starting with something like Silent Movie, because it looks pretty cool. So that's a quick look at my studio and the game room. Probably won't be doing a lot of filming in here because it's really hard to capture a good picture on a CRT because you get a lot of flicker. But it's one of those spaces, if I had friends, I could gather and have a lot of fun here playing Atari. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you like this kind of content and you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.